All right, all right, all right. I'm pretty sure we are live. Yay! Welcome, welcome everybody to the third day of the LinkedIn Live series with Helen Parker Consulting LLC.
Yes, honey.
I am your programmatic sensei, Ellen Parker. I am super excited about today's guest. It's Sanarr. Sanarr, how do you pronounce your last name? So I'll stop butchering for once in my life.
McLaughlin.
McLaughlin.
Yes, like
Okay.
clock on the wall. Lynn.
McLaughlin. Today's conversation is going to be super, super dope. But before we get into today's conversation, I wanted to let you all know about this super exciting project I'm working on, looking for 3 agency partners to join, right? Sorry
I'm
about
just
that.
holding up a 3. I'm doing your
Yeah.
sign language.
Thank you. Thank you. You're my cheerleader. So looking for 3 agency partners to, I'm actually getting a lot of feedback. And I know it's
Oh,
you.
I don't hear it.
Oh, you don't hear
It's
it? Okay.
me.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think.
maybe I can turn down. Oh, you know what? If I had like an earpiece in, then that would stop
Mm-mm-mm.
it from getting
That's
feedback.
because
Right?
you don't have Apple products. That's why.
Yeah, I have Samsung
Yeah.
earbuds. So,
Yeah. Okay. Okay, guys.
I just don't. No, I just don't use earbuds at the house. That's just.
But anyway, so back
Do you
to what
still
I
hear
was.
the feedback?
No, I think it's much
Okay.
better. Okay,
Good.
so thank
Okay.
you all for jumping in and getting through our little warm up. This is all a warm up. So I'm going to tell
Yeah.
you about this project that I'm working on right now, and then we'll get into today's conversation. So looking for 3 agency partners, like I was saying, who wants to just learn and master programmatic media to sign up in the next 10 days. So the mission of this project is that I want to help 2 to 3 digital marketing agencies looking to confidently add programmatic media as a service. I want to spend a day with your team, creating a customized training, implementing workflow, whatever you want to increase productivity and efficiency. And then I want to be able to see more dogs and kitties pictures on social media because after our chat and after our day together, you'll be able to spend more time hugging your fur friends, right? But here are the criteria because it's not for everybody. You have to be a growing agency, successful growing agency that's ready to add programmatic media into your business mix, right? Or maybe you already have it started, but you're not converting and you're trying to figure out the end of things. The second criteria is that you want an expert advice and that you're coachable, right? You need advice on campaign setup, audience targeting, partnership with AdTechs. And the last criteria is that you just want to talk all things programmatic, including not cookieless, but let's rather say identity link solution or connected TV or any latest industry. So if you match the criteria and you're interested in finding more, reach out to me with secret code optimize, and then I'll respond with some more information. So without said, today's conversation is super exciting, and I think we don't have that conversation enough in our industry. We are going to focus on when to outsource, what outsourcing, why to outsource, how to outsource. Because the theme of this week's LinkedIn series is to go ahead and talk about the importance of continuous training, continuous education within a team as an individual. So Sanarr is here today to talk to us about outsourcing's ins and outs. We'll have much more people joining as well to talk about outsourcing next week. But Sanarr's is co-founder of the Digital X Media marketing resources company, and they offer a pretty cool model on how to sign up. So
Yes.
go ahead and introduce yourself, Sanarr. Let us know how bomb DXM is.
Oh, well, it is thebomb.com for these interwebs. Before I get into that, I just want to say that I've never done a live before. You're my first. Everyone here is my first. This is very exciting. I'm very excited about this.
Yeah.
And I love this series that you're doing, right? I think this is so cool because it's true. Talking about continuing education, that's one of
Mhm.
the biggest struggles that we have as
Yeah.
marketers because we get so in the weeds in what we're doing. We're busy doing, so we don't have an opportunity all the time to learn.
Yeah.
And that's why some of my favorite things to do is kind of like talk to my vendor partners, platforms, because that's an opportunity to learn and then like have conversations with my
Yeah.
friend Ellen here because when you talk with other people who are doing what you're doing, that's where you also like get to discover things. And especially with everything the last year and a half,
Yeah.
have been incredibly hard for
Mhm.
an agency to connect with people outside of the bubble and outside of the doing
Yeah.
to have those collaborative, innovative, learn more, exchange ideas kind of conversations. So there are definitely probably, you know, lots of agencies out there that are feeling that kind of like, oh, how do we integrate programmatic? How do we stay on top of, you know, what's going on in the industry and all the different platforms and technology? So I just want to what do you co-sign
Mhm.
three agencies, just three agencies to sign up with Ellen. So about me and Digital X Media. So I'm Sanarr McLaughlin. I've been doing digital media for over 15 years now. Super old.
Wow.
Um, but I look good, right?
Yeah,
Yep, I know.
absolutely. Sure. Yeah.
Um, and Digital X Media is focused on small business owners, giving them the opportunity to have access to expert marketing resources without having the concern around those enterprise costs and contracts and
Mhm.
minimums that come with agencies and certain platforms that you work with to execute your advertising. We have a
Yeah.
monthly subscription model. So small business owners are able to subscribe based on how much time of
Mhm.
support they need each month. So here's one of the things I think that we're solving when it comes to struggles with outsourcing, right?
Yeah.
You're a small business owner. You are balancing all of the business operations.
Mhm.
You don't necessarily have time to learn what the platforms are, what the skill sets are that you need to hire for to do certain kinds of marketing. You just want someone who knows what they're
Mhm.
doing
Mhm.
to just
Mhm.
start helping you, right? So a lot of the recruiting, options out there or the freelance platforms out there, you still have to do a lot of vetting of freelancers, right? So you
Mhm.
have to be knowledgeable about like what you're looking for, what that skill set
Yeah.
should be, what they should, like you need to be able to like, well, can you work? You say that you work in programmatic. Have you worked in
Mhm.
DV360? Have you worked in the trade desk?
Yeah.
Let's talk about, have you done
Yeah.
multiple IO storytelling structure,
Mm.
campaign structures like
Have you
that?
worked in Media Ocean? Have you worked in
Right,
Campaign Manager? Do you know how to traffic?
right.
Well, do you have
Do
an
you
ad
know how
ops
to,
person? It's a lot. It's
right.
just not a buyer. It's not an
Do
analyst.
you know
It's
how
not
to
the
integrate.
salesperson. Hmm.
Right. Do you know how to integrate Tag Manager within your whatever DSP platform that you're working with? There's so
Yeah.
many questions. And like, as a small business owner that doesn't do marketing, how am I going to know what I need to ask to recruit?
Mhm.
So, what we focus in on is you just tell us what you need, what your objectives are, and
Mhm.
how much time you would like someone to work with you, how many hours a week, a month that you would like someone to work with you. And we
Yeah.
focus on assigning the talent that you need from our pool of
Mm.
freelancers, right? One of the other things that we do that also fills that need is all the things that we just talked about, the examples that
Yeah.
we gave, actually span different areas of marketing expertise, right?
Mhm.
People like, okay, so Ellen and I go way back in programmatic display. Like we are ride or die for programmatic display, right?
Yeah.
For all you
Mhm.
paid search people out there, we're coming for you.
That's the dark
Okay.
side.
Right. We coming for you.
Yeah.
Okay. and people who are not really ingrained in marketing every day think, oh, you do marketing, so you do organic social and you do paid search and you do display and connected TV and audio
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
all. Can you buy billboards because you do marketing? But those are all different areas of
Mhm.
expertise. So another thing that we try to provide is we will assign talent
Mhm.
based on what your needs are. You tell us your objectives and we're like, hey, what you really need is somebody who knows operations, somebody who knows reporting for all the platforms, a display person, and a paid social person. And
Yeah.
we will assign an expert for every single one of those areas so that you
Mhm.
know you're getting the best, the most knowledgeable for every specific aspect of what you need to
Man,
do.
you're dropping a lot
I'm
of
just
knowledge.
saying.
So let's just take a quick break right here, right? Because I feel like
Hmm.
you just drop a lot of knowledge and I need the people to hear it. So
Yeah,
for those listening
people
out there,
mass, right?
Sanarr is referring to digitalxmedia.co in the comments right
Mhm.
there. So, the beauty about our industry as a programmatic media industry is that we pride ourselves that we are customized and
Yeah.
personalized targeting. Like we're capable of
Mhm.
customizing targeting settings
Specific
or utilizing
audiences, right?
technology, yeah, to
Mhm.
target a specific type of audience or a
Yeah,
cohort or a
yeah.
contextually relevant audience, right?
Mhm.
We pride
Not just
ourselves.
who they are, but where they are in
Mhm.
their experience,
Exactly.
their decision-making experience. Yeah.
But here's the thing, we're already applying it on a day-to-day basis, right?
Right.
In delivering for clients. So let's talk about internally, how do we
Mhm.
grow? How do we make sure that we become efficient?
Yeah.
And you mentioned that your targeted market is a small to medium size a business owner that's
Mhm.
living at their best life, working in their zone excellence,
Right.
doing that what
Mhm.
they were born to do, and they just don't have
Mhm.
time to take care of it. So it's
Mhm.
okay in these situations. You something I'm learning because I don't
Mhm.
want to be a solopreneur anymore. I actually don't think it's a compliment when somebody tells me I'm a solopreneur. So I'm hiring, I'm outsourcing and delegating,
Mhm.
but you got to delegate things that you are not good at. That is not
Right.
just excellence to people that are
Right.
excellent at it, right? They're
Right.
geniuses at it. And so I think it's so relevant to have a partner like Digital X Media. And I've used you guys so many times.
Oh, man.
You should be like an honorary employee at this time, at this point. But it's really important because, like, for instance, for myself that runs a one man, we used to run a one man agency because now we're up to five.
Mhm.
When I went on maternity leave, what do? I hire somebody like
Mhm.
DXM. You
Mhm.
literally just matched buyers to
Yeah.
my clients' needs, and then they did
Mhm.
what they had to do. They even did
Yep.
so well that I continued some of the workflow you had implemented, which is really
Yep.
really important.
Yeah. And that's always our goal. Like just the way that I am as a marketer too. It's to make the agencies that I work with, the clients that I work for better, right?
Mhm.
More efficient, streamlined processes, like
Yeah.
greater efficiency, not just in the campaigns themselves and how they perform, but just
Mhm.
in how everyone performs. Because I am all about work
Mhm.
smarter, not harder, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think
Totally.
we learn this really early, right? So like
Mhm.
economics,
Mm.
law of diminishing returns, right? As a entrepreneur, business owner, even as an individual contributor or a manager of a team within a
Mhm.
company, you have to pick and choose what you can spend your time doing, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
And there are some things that you're really good at that you can do really effectively. You can knock it out. You're the one to do it, and you should spend more of your time doing that, right? And there
Yeah.
are things that you're going to have to go and look up the
Mhm.
manual online and read it for 4 hours and then watch 6 YouTube videos before you can even begin to understand what you need to do. And that's not
Yeah.
good use of anybody's time.
Yeah.
If the goal is just to learn something different, to become an expert in that, that's
Mhm.
great. But if the goal is to survive, that's not time well spent. It makes sense. We do it all the time for Digital X too. We outsource different aspects of what we do in business, not necessarily the media planning,
Mhm.
but we do it for our business,
Mm,
outsource other things that we need. Like I
mhm,
don't, I'm not an accountant, right? And
mhm,
bookkeeping's not my thing. So
mhm.
we outsource those aspects. HR, outsource those aspects
Yeah, because
to
it's
other
not your
people.
zone of genius, it's not your zone of
No,
excellence. We
yeah,
can learn
that's
how to
not what I
do
need
it,
for my
but do we
time.
want to?
Right.
Exactly. And so that goes to
Mm-hmm.
say, like, just I think I want to highlight this. Like, if you were a book, I would have been highlighting right now. So you said sometimes you have to delegate, you have to
Yeah.
recognize that you're not expert at something, but someone
Yeah.
else is and has been trained for it. Oh, Zeus agrees with me, has been training for it, and then you hire them. You have to invest
Right.
because guess what? You're investing, seeing those dollars going out, but you're gaining back that
Right.
energy, that
Right.
happiness. Okay, because
Right.
billing takes everything out of me. Okay,
Right.
you know,
Everything. All the
billing takes.
things.
That's the first thing I hired for. I
Right.
don't.
Right.
I love numbers, but
Not those numbers. I
I like
mean, I
these
like the
numbers coming in.
deposits. Right.
I
I
just
like the
want to look at them.
deposits.
Exactly. I just
Mm-hmm.
want to look at
Yep.
them if it's in green or red. So far for the last year, it's
Right.
been all green and yellow,
Yes.
but it's
Yes.
positive, as long as it's not red,
Right.
right? So
Right.
back to it is that you have Digital X Media that can help you really become efficient. Like
Mm-hmm.
like I said, even for agencies, you're saying that you're focusing on small, medium business owners, but to be honest, like I'm a small agency,
Right.
so I had a
Right.
growth of a campaign
Mm-hmm.
what a few months ago. Hey, I'm
Yeah.
one man shop
You can just
at that
fly.
time,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
hired quickly, easy, and it's so
Mm-hmm.
smooth. And I want to highlight one of your models, like the subscription model, because I think that's cool. That's really cool. So talk to us about subscription model, since all of y'all watching, me included, and Sanarr on
Mm-hmm.
our streamers. Okay, we
Yes.
stream
Yeah.
a lot. Talk to
Yes.
us about the subscription model.
Well, let's be real, right? Like we all have commitment issues, right? And the idea of, especially when like you said, your everything is green,
Mm-hmm,
right? And you're looking at ways to augment what you can do,
mm-hmm,
but you're not looking to go into the red to do
mm-hmm,
it, right?
mm-hmm.
And or you're not sure if it's going to work, right? So you have to spend all this time and learning and comparing and doing all this stuff because any other ways to get assistance just requires a commitment, right?
Mm-hmm,
We don't. We're a monthly subscription model.
mm-hmm.
We have varying levels. We have one-time services, and then we have our monthly recurring services, but there's no contract on the recurring services. So you can subscribe and run for 3 months, 6 months, a
Mm-hmm.
year, whatever makes you feel good, whatever it is that you need to hit your business objectives, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then when you're done, it's your account. We have all of our clients can log into our platform and log into their account, and they can update their subscription. They can increase it, decrease it, cancel it, add a new one, whatever it is they need. So there's a ton of flexibility without all that fear of commitment. And part of the reason that we do that, why we don't have a contract and a requirement, like you don't have to work with us for a certain number of
Yeah.
months to get a certain price, is because we know we're good at what we do. And
Mm-hmm.
where our freelancers are experts in this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we can come in and we can help you just like you, which is why we've always gotten along so well. You're all about sharing your knowledge, educating
That's
others,
the mission.
helping things to be better. So we come
Mm-hmm.
in and we do that, and then when you don't need us anymore or your needs change and you need to hire full time internally or whatever it is,
Yeah.
then we go away, right?
Yeah.
And that flexibility and
Yeah.
that support is what we want to offer, and that's why we do a monthly subscription model with no contract.
Yeah, that's so interesting. And again, I mean, like it's boring to go through those whole like legal. stuff like, oh, I gotta review these 3 pages, and then I
Right.
have to deliver this to a client,
You
and
gotta
then I
you
want
gotta
to.
redline it. You gotta send it back. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it's super. You log in, you log
Mhm.
out, and
Yeah.
based on that, you have timeline to implement everything. So let's talk about continuous education, how important that is
Mhm.
for our industry. Because I want to highlight, and for those who are joining in Clubhouse fashion, thank you for joining. We are talking with Sanarr, co-founder of Digital X Media. That's Digital X Media. Co.
Mhm.
I am your programmatic sensei, Ellen Parker, founder and
Yes.
chief programmatic sensei at Ellen Parker Consulting LLC. And I'm going to take the next 2-3 minutes to talk to you about a quick, exciting project that I'm working on and that I think you might benefit from. And then we'll get back into the conversation about how important training is and how DXM can pretty much
Mhm.
change your lives. So
Mhm.
I'm working on a super exciting project looking for 3 agency partners who wants to maybe learn or master programmatic media to sign up in the next 10 days. There's a special, okay? We love specials and discount. The mission of this project is I really just want to help 2 to 3 digital marketing agencies. You're looking to confidently add programmatic media as a service. I want to spend a day with you and your team creating a customized training, implementing operational workflows to just simply increase productivity and happiness. Why happiness? Because we believe that trained employees or trained team members are
Mhm.
happier and more productive
Mhm.
and engaged more. Okay,
Mhm.
engagement, especially in this
Mhm.
virtual hybrid world.
Mhm.
I also want to spend. I also want to see you spend more time with your dogs and your cats and your babies. Right. I want you to be able to walk away confidently from your desk on a daily basis because now
Mhm.
you have acquired and implemented some systems that are helping you to become so efficient and productive that you don't have to spend hours. Okay, that's not the point. But this is not for everybody. Okay, this is not for everybody. We have criteria to be part of this movement. You have to be a growing agency or growing team that's ready to add programmatic as a media, as a business, as a mix into your mix, or already have it started, but maybe needs to refine it. Maybe needs, but you're not converting. You want an expert advice. Second requirement is that you just want an expert advice on campaign setup, audience targeting, partnership, or AdTech, or how to reach out to DXM. And final criteria is that you just want to hang out with me and talk about programmatic, including identity link solution, which is hot right now, connected TV inventory, which is hot right now, and any other industry update. So if you match any of those criteria and you're interested, comment our secret word, which is optimize. Comment optimize, DM me optimize, and I'll send you more information. So back to our conversation with Sanarr. We so we were just chatting about how easy it would be to outsource, and I don't even think outsourcing give you the flowers you need because it's basically building a team within, right?
Right.
You spend some
And
time to review their credential. You've offered some level of training, so
I actually want to kind of go back on something that you just said when you were
yeah,
talking about the opportunity that you're offering right now. You
for
touched on
exciting secret
right.
project.
It, I mean, I don't think like we need to like it's super important.
Hmm.
Workflow processes, efficient workflows, right? And then team happiness is
Hmm.
so incredibly important. One of the things, like I'd mentioned earlier, our freelancers at DXM are
Hmm.
all they've all been in the industry for a while. They're all experts, right?
Hmm.
But our subscription pricing is really affordable. There's a reason
Wow.
that we can do
Mhm.
that because the freelancers that are working with us, the experts that are working with us, want a balanced lifestyle,
Yeah.
right? They want to join teams, help them do what they're doing, use their expertise to make the clients' campaigns better, but
Mhm.
they want to do it freelance. They want to work remote. They want to hug their kids and their dogs and their cats and still get work done, right?
Yeah, like
You
it feels so great,
when you have happy people working,
Uh-huh.
like you said, increased engagement leads to higher input, also more care for the work that's being done. So you get more efficient and more effective results from the work that's being done, right?
Yeah.
Because especially in I'm sure this happens in a lot of industries, but marketing tends to have a very high level of burnout. You just get incredibly burned out doing
It's
this day in and day out, right? So I wanted to piggyback, like go back on that and just say how incredibly, if you're an agency that is looking to add programmatic and you're not doing it and you're not going to outsource it, you're going to grow it internally, please holla at my girl, Ellen from Ellen Parker Consulting, the Programmatic Sensei, because having streamlined processes and workflows, right? So that everybody knows exactly what they need to do and things are being done efficiently and people can have ownership and autonomy, and that happiness makes all the difference, right? Now, if you want to churn employees on programmatic every 3 months, right? Then by all means, do not call her. Don't DM her, optimize, okay? By all means, do your thing, okay? And when that
exactly.
happens, call
Yeah.
us so that Digital X Media can backfill those employees that have quit.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. I mean,
Yeah.
I think it's because as an industry, especially on the agency side, okay, it's different for brands, it's different for ad tech if you're working for
Yeah.
like a trade desk or Pubmatic type of thing, and it's also it could be different for I said brands already, but
Yeah.
as an agency, like we used to
Mhm.
think that success was associated with the amount of hours we put in.
But it's
The
not.
longer hours we put in, the more successful.
Mhm.
And that's honestly not the case. To be very
Mhm.
honest, every single agency I worked with, we've done this. 60% of the time we did not work. There was a lot of there was a lot of non-work relation going on, such
Oh,
as,
geez.
now I'm putting them on the spot. We got to tell the truth here. There's a lot of
That
happy hours
foosball
going on.
table.
Like, I used to work for this agency in Virginia Beach, and I used to share like on social media what we were doing, and some of my family members reach out and say, "Do you even work? Like, y'all
No.
always have free food. Y'all have cookouts out there." No, and the reality is that it's not the same for everybody. But
Yeah.
even when we don't have cookouts and happy hours, which we love in this industry, it's just like we don't need to
You
work long hours anymore. We
yeah.
don't. We
You
just
you
have to
have
work
to blow
productively.
off a lot of steam too, right? Like you
Yeah,
have to like
you have to
relax,
take care of
relate,
yourself.
release because because everything is urgent, everything is a quick turnaround. You know, it's almost a badge of honor to be like, well, how late did you work last night?
Yeah, it's like,
Right?
oh, I was here. Oh, I got in at 4 a.m. this morning to finish this one.
Right. Right.
I used to be
And
like, dang,
then
I should have been here at 5. I got here at 6,
right.
but I should have been here at 5. But this
Right.
was normal conversation. And
Yeah.
we still have those conversations because
Yeah.
the agencies is and then I don't want to hear the fact that there are no talents out there. There's a lack of talents. There's a shortage of
No,
talents
there's a lot
because
of
that's
talent
not the
out there.
case. There are
Mm-hmm.
talents. You just need to up
Mm-hmm.
your pricing, your payments. You gotta
Mm-hmm.
increase that payments, and then
Yeah.
once you hire, you have to continue encouraging and
Yeah.
inspiring. And the best way to do it is not only with benefits. Yes, we love free lattes
Mm-hmm.
and cappuccinos in office. We love them chips. We love them chocolates that you give us. And once in a while, we do love free breakfast from Chick-fil-A. Yes,
Stop
those
it.
are great
Okay.
motivation. But ideally, knowledge is
That's a
power.
very
And
specific list. It's
I
super
just want to let
specific.
somebody know if DM me if you wanna buy
Right.
us some
If
Chick-fil-A
you like,
breakfast.
right.
But lost my train of thought. But ideally, like how do you increase employee retention? How do you
Mhm.
increase retention? Is you got to take care of your people, and your people
Yeah.
are humans before they're robot. I mean, before they're buyers, right?
Before
Uh,
the robots. Yeah.
like it's a programmatic world, but
Mhm.
ideally, it's you got to take care of your people. So this was such a great conversation, man.
I enjoyed it too. This was awesome. You gotta have me back again. Again, this was my first
Oh, you
live.
you're good. Okay. You like
This,
you like
yeah,
you like
yeah.
being on
I would
live.
definitely do this again. I
Mhm,
thank you for
mhm.
being gentle with me. This is great.
Yeah, my first time going live was Monday, so it was a little So, and
Yeah.
then yesterday, my guest had to be pulling an emergency meeting, so I had to
Oh,
improvise on my own. I put on my
yeah.
big girl's panties, put on my outfit, and start walking.
That's where they come up to. Okay.
Yeah, I pull it all the way up here, bro,
All the
and I
way up,
started walking.
ready to go. Yeah. Okay. Well,
It's
that's all
big
right
girl
because
thing.
yeah, you know how to optimize on the fly. So
That's exactly what we did. I
yeah,
assessed the situation. There was an
yep,
opportunity. We optimized, and then we
yes,
got the result. So
yes.
that was a great that's a great way to end this conversation. So now, thank you so much. For those who want to reach out to you, where should they go?
They can email me actually, Sanarr at digitalxmedia.co,
Mhm.
or they can go to digitalxmedia.co, chat us, fill out the contact form, just hang out on the site and look around. We're very proud of it. We also, LinkedIn, go to our page, message us. I mean, we're in these streets. Don't worry about it. You can find us.
You can definitely find Digital X Media. Even if you have any type of like just the questions about what to
Yeah.
do, how to do things. As always, we appreciate everyone that's showing some support. This is great. The whole mission of not only the podcast, but what we're building is really to arm and inspire you guys and know that even if you don't know now, you got option. You got
Yep.
peoples, you
We
got
got
resources
options.
to help you know.
Mhm.
And even though our industry loves to complicate and become complex for no darn reason, there are other experts, really cool
Right.
people like myself, and some people that are in the chat. Matter of fact, shout out to you guys, that can
Mhm.
help you, bring value to you. And
Mhm.
sometimes value is free. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that services are free, but the value that they provide.
Right.
I had to catch up on
Priceless.
that one. I was like, wait a minute now. But anyway, thank you so much, Sanarr. Thank you, everybody that came up.
No problem.
Tune in tomorrow, same time, same place, same
Yes.
everything. And we'll have Gabriel Cohen from SpotX dropping by to talk about streaming services and CTV.
Cool.
So, Sanarr, thank you so much. And you guys
Yes.
have a wonderful day.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Toodles.
Ending now.